U.S. Route 36 is an east-west United States highway that travels approximately 1,414 miles from Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado to Uhrichsville, Ohio. The highway's western terminus is at Deer Ridge Junction, an intersection in Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado, where it meets US 34. Its eastern terminus is at US 250 in Uhrichsville, Ohio. Route description: Colorado U.S. Route 36 begins at US 34 at Deer Ridge Junction in Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado, just west of Estes Park. It then passes through Boulder and Denver on its way to Kansas. Between Boulder and Denver, the road that is now US 36 was originally built as the Denver-Boulder Turnpike. It serves today as a major arterial freeway in the Front Range urban corridor. Between Denver and Byers, US 36 exists in unsigned overlaps with I-270 and I-70, while some parts of its original route are signed separately as Colorado State Highway 36. After it diverges from I-70 in Byers, US 36 is a relatively lightly traveled two-lane rural highway to the Kansas state line. Kansas US 36 passes through all 13 counties in Kansas which border Nebraska. The highway enters the Sunflower State from Colorado in Cheyenne County and shares a 7-mile concurrency through the town of St. Francis with K-27, the first north-south route intersected in Kansas. K-27 splits east of St. Francis and heads south toward Goodland, and US 36 then continues through Bird City and McDonald before intersecting K-25 in Atwood, the seat of Rawlins County. US 36 continues east through Decatur County, intersecting with US 83 in Oberlin before beginning a concurrency with K-383 in Norton County, a concurrency which runs for 12 miles through the city of Norton, where it crosses US 283. K-383 splits in eastern Norton County and bends northeast toward Almena and the Nebraska state line, while US 36 enters Phillips County, picking up a brief concurrency with US 183 in Phillipsburg. The highway passes through the small towns of Agra and Kensington before reaching Smith Center, the seat of Smith County, where US 281 joins US 36 for a 12-mile concurrency. Near Lebanon, US 36 passes about 4 miles south of the geographic center of the contiguous United States, which is indicated by a marker where US 281 splits northward to Lebanon. The road then passes through largely unpopulated areas, except for the tiny town of Mankato in Jewell County. At Belleville, the seat of Republic County, US 36 intersects US 81, a 4-lane expressway which heads south toward Concordia and Salina, where it becomes Interstate 135 and continues south toward Wichita. US 81 northbound is a 4-lane, at-grade expressway into Nebraska, where it passes through Hebron and Geneva before reaching Interstate 80 at York. After passing through Washington County, US 36 picks up brief concurrencies with US 77 in Marysville, the seat of Marshall County, and with US 75 in Fairview. Between the junctions with US 77 and US 75, the highway passes through Nemadha County and its seat, Seneca. In Hiawatha, the seat of Brown County, US 36 intersects the concurrency of US 73 and US 159, before entering Doniphan County for its final trek through the state, passing through Troy, Wathena and Elwood before crossing the Missouri River on the Pony Express Bridge and entering Missouri. The section of US 36 from Washington, Kansas to St. Joseph, Missouri is officially called the Pony Express Highway because it marks the starting section of the Pony Express. It crosses the Missouri River on the Pony Express Bridge. For the western junction with A383 to the Missouri state line, US 36 is part of the National Highway System, except for wider sections in towns and passing lanes on hills. US 36 through Kansas is mostly a two-lane surface road. However, some of the principal intersections all along the road are grade-separated diamond interchanges. For the Little Blue River just west of the K148 junction to the US 77 North junction just west of the Big Blue River at Marysville, US 36 is a four-lane divided surface highway. From Hiawatha to west of Wathena, the road is a two-lane freeway. After passing through Wathena as a surface street, it becomes a four-lane freeway to the Missouri state line. Missouri US 36 across Missouri is a four-lane expressway with some freeway sections, passing through near St. Joseph, Cameron, Chillicothe, Brookfield, Macon, Monroe City and Hannibal. Between I-35 and Cameron and the Illinois state line, it forms part of the principal route between Kansas City and Chicago, Illinois. In the state of Illinois, US 36 runs concurrently with much of Interstate 72. It enters from Missouri across the Mississippi River on the Mark Twain Memorial Bridge, and runs east, crossing Interstate 55 in Springfield. At the U.S.Route 51 bypass in Decatur, US 36 leaves I-72 and runs due east through downtown Decatur. US 36 then continues east through Tuscaloosa and several smaller communities to the Indiana border. Indiana US 36 enters Indiana near Dana in Vermilion County. It then passes through the towns of Montezuma, Rockville, Bainbridge, Danville, and Avon before approaching Indianapolis. US 36 then joins I-465, traveling around the south side of the city. East of the city, US 36 exits onto Pendleton Pike and travels northeast. It passes through Lawrence and McCordsville before passing around the east side of Pendleton, where the route turns east. The route then travels mostly in a straight line, passing through Sulphur Springs, Louisville, Modoc, and Lynn before entering Ohio. The former routing through Indianapolis consisted of Rockville Road, Washington Street, West Street, Michigan Road, 38th Street, and Pendleton Pike. Ohio. US 36 enters Ohio in Darke County near the small village of Palestine, after which it passes through Darke, Miami, Champaign, Union, Delaware, Knox, and Coshocton counties before reaching its terminus at Uhrichsville in Tuscarora, West County. It travels concurrent with US 127 in Greenville for about 5 miles. Within the state, US 36 is classified as 83.1% rural and 16.9% urban, with only 6.01 miles coded as freeway total. It also travels concurrent with US 33 in Marysville for about 5 miles. The birthplace of Rutherford B. Hayes, 19th President of the United States, 17E William Street, Delaware, is on the north side of US 36, approximately 0.2 miles west of the US 23 overpass. The home was demolished in 1926 and the location is marked with a historical monument. Major intersections: Colorado US 34 in Deer Ridge Junction, US 34 in Estes Park, US 287 in Westminster, I-25, I-270, US 87 on the Sherrilwood-Twin Lakes-Welby line, I-270, US 36 travels concurrently to Denver. I-76 in Welby, US 6, US 85 in Commerce City, I-70, I-270 in Denver, I-70, US 36 travels concurrently to Byers. I-225 on the Denver-Aurora City Line, US 40, US 287 in Aurora. The highways travel concurrently to Byers. US 385 east of Vidalia. The highways travel concurrently at northeast of Vidalia. Kansas, US 83 in Oberlin, US 283 in Norton, US 183 in Phillipsburg. The highways travel concurrently through the city. US 281 in Smith Center. The highways travel concurrently to south of Lebanon. US 81 in Belleville, US 77 in Marysville. The highways travel concurrently through the city. US 75 west of Fairview, US 73, US 159 in Hiawatha, Missouri, I-229, US 59 in St. Joseph, US 169 in St. Joseph, I-29, US 71 in St. Joseph, US 69 in Cameron, I-35 in Cameron, US 65 in Chillicothe, US 63 in Macon, US 24 in Monroe City. The highways travel concurrently to Miller Township. I-72, US 61 in Hannibal. I-72, US 36 travel concurrently to Harristown, Illinois. I-172 in Levy Township, US 54 in Griggsville Township, US 67 east-southeast of Linville. I-55 in Springfield. The highways travel concurrently through the city. US 51 in Harristown, US 45 in Tuscaloosa Township, I-57 in Tuscaloosa, US 150 on the Edgar Ross Township line. Indiana, US 41 in Rockville, US 231 in Monroe Township, I-74, I-465 in Indianapolis. The highways travel concurrently through the city. US 40 in Indianapolis. The highways travel concurrently through the city. I-70 in Indianapolis, US 31 in Indianapolis. The highways travel concurrently through the city. I-65 in Indianapolis, I-74, US 421 in Indianapolis. US 36, US 421 travels concurrently through the city. US 52 in Indianapolis. The highways travel concurrently through the city. I-70 in Indianapolis, I-465, US 31, US 52, US 421 in Indianapolis, US 35 in Union Township, US 27 in Lynn, Ohio, US 127 in Neve Township. The highways travel concurrently to Greenville. I-75 in Piqua, US 68 in Urbana, US 33 in Paris Township. The highways travel concurrently to Marysville.